Hey, the Masterclass is back. I'm so excited. Actually, I'm going to be starting if you've been with me for a little while, a few months ago, I launched the beta of my Marketing Canvas Masterclass. And that's sort of soup to nuts, freaking marketing MBA, everything you want to know about, like building a brand, finding the ideal prospect, aligning your value proposition to their needs, all the way down to like figuring out like what exactly is your purchase funnel or your sales funnel going to look like. What do you really need to do to attract your dream clients, your dream customers, and how do you actually activate it and put it into place, whether you're building a website or doing landing pages or building bots or whatever all that stuff is. So the masterclass is this thing that I developed over the many, many years. And it's sort of all of my combined knowledge into a course. And so I did that a few months ago for the very first time as what I called my beta. And I had a handful of folks go through it, which was incredible and awesome. And all of them were like, holy crap, Ginger, this is amazing, blown away, completely different understanding of who my target persona really is and how I attract them and how I talk to them, etc. But anyway, that's not the point. The point is that it's back. I'm super excited that it's going to be, that I'm going to be starting it again. Let's see, today is September 10th and it's going to start September 24th. So not a lot of notice for you guys that might want to take it. But what I want to do is I want to tell you a little bit about it. And the reason I'm telling you about it is because I'm doing sort of I don't know what's after the beta, the delta. I'm doing another kind of pre-course before I have it all locked down and recorded live where people can just take it on their own, which means I'm going to be doing another live course where I kind of interact with folks. One of the things that I got from the takeaway when I did this with my beta group is they were like, God, Ginger, the live interaction was just so valuable. So it was so interesting because I had folks that, it ran the gamut in terms of who took this masterclass, right? So I had a real estate agent. I had somebody who works in aviation, like big government facing aviation. I had a nonprofit from Nepal that runs orphanages. I had somebody in manufacturing. I had a pair of folks that were working on their startup. So there's just like, so many different kinds of businesses. And what was fascinating to me was how much all of them really were able to learn from each other, even though they came from very, very different businesses. And why is that really? Well, the real reason is that the thing that I most often see, right, whether you're in a business, and I say this all the time, whether you're in a business and you're trying to go from $500,000 to $1 million, $1 million to $5 million, $5 million to $50 million, regardless of what that is, one of the biggest problems that businesses face, large and small, it's universal, is that they don't 100% really understand their ideal prospect, how to talk to them, what they really want and what they need to say to have them come running towards them. That's the biggest issue. When you have that figured out, you can relax a little bit because prospects are coming in consistently. You don't need to worry about whether you're going to close them because you kind of cracked that code. You're able to like actually chillax in the evenings and spend time with your family and your kids, and it's just not as stressful. But until you have that figured out, running your business can be very hard. It's just that's just a simple matter of fact. Most of us go into business because we have this, I know I did, we have this idea of all the freedom and possibility we're going to have once we run our own business, right? Because we're either not working for the man anymore, or we're doing what we're really passionate about, and we have this very clear vision of what it will look like, what our lives will look like, how we'll actually feel when we succeed, right? The problem is most folks who are running business and starting businesses, they just give themselves another form of job. They actually become slaves to their own business, which is harder because I mean, that's actually like the most depleting thing of all, when you're like, man, I created this, I envisioned this, and it's not doing what I wanted it to do. It's a little bit soul crushing when you can't kind of cross that precipice of really figuring out how to attract your customers. And so that's what I just love to do. I've worked with, businesses that are huge and all the way down to startups and everything in between, really helping businesses understand customers and build programs, whether it's, client attraction programs or whether it's client retention programs, which, newsflash, that's just as important. But they're based on their customer heroes. That's what we call ourselves, hero whisperers, right? Because they're based on seeing their customers or their clients as the hero of their brand story. And that changes everything. But you've heard me say that before, right? So anyway, so I'm launching this masterclass again, but here's the thing. This is 100% the truth. I decided to do it relatively quickly because I had a couple of folks who were like, hey, when's that next masterclass? And so I'm not actually opening this up to the public, like not advertising it anywhere. I'm not pushing it to people who don't already know me. If you're watching me, I'm going to assume you know me in some way. But I'm doing it again for a stupid price. But part of the reason is because what I want to do is I learned a lot doing the beta in terms of how to deliver the course. It was very well put together, don't get me wrong, but I kind of like, man, I could go a little bit further here, or I see that folks need a little bit more support here. And so what I'm doing is I'm actually going through and redoing all of the content again live, so I can lock it down and just kind of have it even more refined. Also kind of brushing up the workbooks and the materials and all that stuff. I mean, this comes with just a gigantic amount of stuff to accompany it. I'm not kidding. If you do this masterclass, it will be like getting in fact, it's better. I know for a fact, because I have taught at the MBA programs, at universities here in California. This will be beyond what you would ever get in a marketing MBA. Okay. But so here's the thing that I wanted to share with you. I'm opening this up semi-privately. If you're here, you know about it. If you're interested in it, go to tmcmastery.com. Hold on. Let me just show it to you so you know how to get there. TMC Mastery, because that's what you're going to become, a master at marketing. You're going to have also the marketing canvas mastery. See that? TMCmastery.com. I don't know if you can read my writing. By the way, if you take the masterclass, you're going to see a lot of my doodles and a lot of my scribbles that I do all the time when I show folks how to do this process. That's amazing. And so so if it's something that you're interested in, here's what it has, right? Whoa. You're going to get basically twice a week. I'm going to be teaching you content to give you all of the information that you need to know. I follow that up actually with live Q&A like this, so we'll all be on video screen. We can do live Q&A. I also throw in another sort of bonus Q&A session each week. There's workbooks, there's templates, there's like a private Facebook group. I mean, there's just like tons and tons of stuff. So if you're interested in it, and I'm telling you, it's being offered at a price right now that is for my second beta, because I want to go and improve it. This is not the public course. This is a very intimate, private course. We'll probably have between 5 and 10 students, and that's on purpose. That's kind of the way I want it to be. So anyway, if that sounds like something that's interesting to you, I just wanted to tell you about it because I'm really excited about it. I'm so excited to give this again. Like, it gives me so much personal reward. When folks are like, oh my God, Ginger, I did this and it completely changed the way I saw my business. I tell about this one business that I did with, they thought they had, their understanding of their customer, just wasn't as deep as I think it can and should have been. So we've worked on it, and they went from understanding their customer as a $200,000 opportunity to being over $1 million opportunity. I mean, that's freaking mind blowing. And that was just a a huge thing. I had another student that went through the last one. She was so funny. She was telling me afterwards, we were doing a little bit of a debrief, and she was saying, Ginger, I went to this course and somebody else was asking me about marketing, and I taught them your whole way of understanding customers and customers as heroes, and that they had it backwards and all that stuff. And I was like, oh my God, that's so great. So it's having ripple effects, which is what I always thought it would have. So I invite you to join me. It's going to be awesome. One of the bonus perks is you have me directly working with you on your business, which is pretty cool. So that's all I have for today. I hope you join me. It's going to be so cool. But what I'll be talking about, for the rest of the week is some other really exciting things that we're doing marketing wise. My goal is always for me to show you what you need to do to kind of break through in your business, so you can get past that sort of plateau that most businesses and business leaders run into sooner or later. But that's all I have for today. I will see you next time.